Hello guys, what's up? Back another YouTube video today. Today is a special day because today we are going to start a new series on my channel called Fortnite What If. And you're probably asking, Preston, what is Fortnite What If? And Fortnite What If is me talking about what if Fortnite made a certain type of season, like a Ninjago season, like a Disney season, I don't know, just a random season in a chapter. And today, we're talking about something that just recently ended with its second season, Hazbin Hotel. You're probably asking me also, Preston, why would you make a Fortnite What If Hazbin Hotel season? Well, let me tell you, after watching season 2, I have a lot of theories on what I could make for a video, and what better way is to make a What If Fortnite video. Now, what we're going to do is first we're going to start off with the Battle Pass, then we're going to go on to the weapons, and then we're going to go to the map changes, okay? Because we're going to do this within Fortnite Chapter 7 after Season 1, because Season 1's already called Pacific Break, or I'm pretty sure it's Pacific Break, and there's already main antagonist, and I have no idea what the plot of that story is going to be, so we're just going to move on to Season 2 of Chapter 7. So, yeah, let's get right into it. Now, to start this Battle Pass off, let's have none other than Charlie Morningstar be the first reward in the Battle Pass. She would have two styles. She would have her, well, normal form, and I don't have a picture of their second styles for any of these characters, but the second style of Charlie Morningstar would be her demon form. Her pickaxe would be her spear that she uses against Adam in Season 1, and her backbling, I think, would be her shield that she uses during the final battle of Season 1, because there's nothing really in Season 2 for me to use, and I don't really like a glider. Would probably be like Razzle or Dazzle would probably be the glider. And now the second skin for the Battle Pass is going to be Vaggie. Now, I didn't really know what to do for her second style, so I was just like, you know what? Let's just do her Season 2 finale style, because that style is my favorite style that she's ever had. And she would have an ability where you can equip or unequip her wings for her other ability. And then her backbling, I don't really know what to do for her backbling, so I kind of just also gave her her wings for her backbling. And then for her pickaxe, she would use an angelic spear, and her glider, I don't know what to do for her glider. She just doesn't have a glider. So, yeah, that's Vaggie. The next character in the Battle Pass would be Angel Dust. For him, there would be a style where you could have his arms as 2, or his arms as 4, or his arms as 6. Because I know General Grievous has that emote that allows him to have the 4 arms. But, we're just going to scratch at him. We're going to actually have the editable style of him with his 6 and 4 arms. And his second style would be his, because I don't know how to do this. Because I won in the bonus rewards. You know what? His second style is going to be a Season 1 finale style. His pickaxe, I think, is going... I don't know what his pickaxe would be. I have no idea. I know his backbling's going to be Fat Nuggets, because if I didn't do Fat Nuggets, there would be a lot of people yelling at me in the comments if I did not do Fat Nuggets as his backbling. So, that's his backbling. His glider, I think, I don't know what his glider would be. I don't really know. Some of these characters, I just don't know what I want it to do with them. But Angel Dust, I had to put him in here because he's a main character in Season 2. And trust me, in the bonus rewards, there's going to be another style of him. Now, for the next skin in the Battle Pass is Velvet. I wanted to add both the V's in the Battle Pass instead of making them item shop skins, since they will be a main antagonist during the entire season, and so will Vox. Don't worry, we'll get to him later. But Velvet, she would have a jam track, which would be Respectless. We should have known that. She would have 2 editable styles that one of them won't be in the Battle Pass. One of them you will automatically unlock when you get Velvet. Her normal style will be just her hair, how it is during the Respectless song. Her second style is going to be with her witch hat on or off. And her third style that you would actually get in the Battle Pass would be one of your own choices. It would be any style of, I think she has 22 different styles in the entire show. And you can pick, there will be an option where you can pick which style you want to keep forever and ever. And then later on in the season, there would be something in the item shop, which would be Velvet dress pack or something, and it'll be like 1,000 V-Bucks, and it would be all of her dresses that she wears. And Her pickaxe, I don't really know. I think it would be the witch broom from season 2 that she uses against Nifty. I think that's what her pickaxe would be. Her back bling, I think, would also be her witch's hat. So, yeah, that's Velvet. And then after Velvet, we have Husk. Now, Husk, I didn't know that many things to do with him. So I just did his back bling as cards, playing cards that he, uses. Or in his second part of the battle pass, it would be his rings that he uses against Valentino in the season 2 finale. His pickaxe, I think, would be huge playing cards as his pickaxe. I think that would be pretty cool. And then his glider, I don't know what to do for his glider. I think it would be his top hat, because his top hat, there's a lot of things going on with his top hat in the show. And then his second style would definitely be, I don't know. Does he have any other, different styles in the show? Does he? I'm pretty sure in season 1 he had his other outfit in season 1, so. No. It would be his season 2 outfit that he has when he's on the railroad being run over by Nifty in a train. That's what his second outfit would be. So now let's move on to the next character. Now the next character is Valentino. I already told you he would be in the battle pass. Now Valentino, he would have 2 styles. One style would be him normal, and then with that normal version of Valentino, when you unlock him, you would have the option to put all 4 of his arms or only 2 of his arms. And yeah, I know that's going to look really weird. His second style would be with his wings coming out. And I know that's going to be difficult, but you can have them either out or you can have them facing downwards. So at least there, now you have an option. His back bling is going to be his little smoke thing that he has. It's like a long stick and he just smokes it or something. I don't really know. It's like a cigar or something. I don't know. But it's like really skinny and it's like, I don't know, like maybe 10 inches long or something. I have freaking no idea. And then his pickaxe, I think, is going to be... I wonder, you know what? We're going to have his pickaxe as a whip. As a purple-pink whip. Because in season 1, he uses a purple, pink chain to tie around Angel's neck and say, I own you. Don't you forget that. So I think it would be perfect to use a purple-pink chain as his pickaxe. His glider, I think, would either be his sunglasses or his wings would pop out and you would fly down with them. But yeah, that's Valentino's set. Now let's move on to the last character, and you should all expect who it is. You thought it was Vox. Well, you were freaking wrong, you idiots. It's Alistair. I mean, why wouldn't it be Alistair? Alistair. There's not that many things to go off with him. His first style would be his normal style, and there would be a section where you could either equip his long horns or not equip them, or you could equip... You know what, never mind. Only equipped his long horns. His second style is going to be his nice pink outfit that he has with Rosie, because why not? It's just cool. I like it. And then his pickaxe, if you guys say anything other than his staff, I am going to slap you like Valentino did to Angel Dust, because you guys are idiots if you've never watched Hazbin Hotel and you tell me that he can use Nifty as a pickaxe, okay? So just stop. Speaking of Nifty, his back bling would be Nifty. But yeah, that's basically it for Alistair. Also, he would have a jam track of Insane, the song by Black Griffin, because why not? That's just cool. And now let's go on to the bonus reward skins, which I also don't have any pictures, so I'm just going to put the pictures of the skins that I already talked about that are in the bonus rewards up there instead of their styles. The first character in the bonus rewards that you would get a style for would be Angel, and it would be his cowboy style that he has during Season 2, Episode 3. The next character in the bonus rewards would be Valentino in his, dark red outfit that he has at the end of Season 2 when he is talking about how he saved everyone. That style, just go watch the end of Season 2. You'll know what I'm talking about. Next bonus reward skin would be another style of Velvet, which would be her Angel outfit with wings all over it. That would be not one of the ones that you can get with the entire bundle that will come out later in the season. And then the last bonus reward style that we would have is Vaggie, but her Angel Exorcist outfit would be her other outfit. Enough about talking about Vaggy and bonus reward styles. Let's talk about who the secret skin will be of this season. It may shock you. It's Vox. I don't know why anyone would think it's anyone else. I mean, it could have been Shockwave. That's the only other character that kind of uses electricity. It's Vox. Vox would be the secret skin, and you would not be able to get him until the middle or after the first 3 weeks of the season, because I wanted to make it difficult for everyone, because I know a lot of people hate Vox and love Vox. So I was like, you know what? Let's just make the people that love Vox hate me, so that then they have to wait 3 weeks, and the people that hate Vox love me for him being 3 weeks later into the season. So yay, it works for everybody, I guess. So yeah, his backbling would be Shockwave, because why not? His pickaxe, I don't know. I think it would be his little, electric, pointy, stabby thing that he has during his backstory song, Brighter. I don't know exactly what it's called. It's just a pointy weapon with an electricity bolt at the top of it that you can take off, and then you can kill people with it. So we're just going to call it that. I'm not going to say it again, but that would be his pickaxe for his stage 1 section. And then his glider, I think, is going to be his blue electrical cape that he also uses during the Brighter song. His second set would have the electrical cape, but it would be turned red because of his, red eye. And on it, there would be his eye with the little electrical section, and then the black circling all around. Then his pickaxe would change from his pointy, stabby weapon with the little electricity thing on top of it that you can put on and put off to kill people with it, into an electricity staff, just that's blue, and it's electricity that is... It's just blue and electricity, and it's a staff. And then his backbling wouldn't change. It would still be Shockwave. And then his final form section would be him in his white suit that he wears during the Vox Day and Vox Populi song. It is the Battle Pass. And now I'm going to move on to what new guns will be added into the season. In Chapter 7, there's this thing called the Gambler Shotgun. That's the only weapon that I know of in the new season. But there's going to be a couple new weapons that come in this new season. The first weapon would be Charlie's Angelic Shield, which you would get by going to the Charlie NPC and doing a quest. The quest, I don't know. I don't care what kind of quest you got to do. You just do a quest and you get her shield. That's pretty simple. Also, it's a mythic weapon. Next, this gun will be in all normal rarities, and then there will be a mythic one dropped by the Angel Dust NPC, which is Angel Dust's drum gun. It would not be titled that in its gray, green, blue, purple, golden rarities, but in the mythic rarity it would be called Angel Dust drum gun. And also, if you find 2 of them, you can dual wield them like he does in the show. So I would highly recommend finding 2 of them in a game. This gun, I don't know what it would be called, just in general, because it would be a gun just in general. It would be just called the Love Struck Revolver, I think it would be called. And then when you defeat Valentino, I'll tell you where his boss is going to be eventually. But when you defeat Valentino, it will be called Valentino's Love Struck Pistol. So, yeah, that's the Love Struck Pistol. This, I couldn't find any actual good picture for this, so I just took a normal picture of a shotgun. And this will be called Vox's Shocked Shotgun. Don't ask why it's called that. Don't ask. It would have 3 barrels. It has 2. It would have 3. And it would kind of work like the Gatekeeper shotgun, but it would have 10 bullets that you can shoot out. And it would do, when you have it as Vox's Mythic, it would do shock damage to the other player. Next one is called the Media AR, and it would be dropped by Velvet when it's a Mythic, which would be called Velvet's Media AR. Basically, it would be, why is it called Media, Preston? It's because it's, Velvet's, media and about all that Instagram stuff, so the Media AR. So, yeah, basically, yeah. The last weapon on our list is Alistair's Staff, which you would get by defeating the Alistair boss. And yes, there will be an Alistair boss. Don't ask where it is. It would spawn somewhere random on the map during the middle of the game. Actually, you know what? I have an idea. Don't ask questions yet. Next, we are going to talk about the new POIs. And boy, are there a lot. When I mean a lot, there's only 4. If you take away the one that's technically not a POI, you get 3. The one I'm talking about is where Alistair would spawn in the middle of the game. It would be a floating island, but it would be heaven. Don't ask why Alistair's in heaven. Don't ask questions. No one asks questions. But the first POI is going to be, well, the Hazbin Hotel itself. And I'm not talking about Season 1, I'm talking about the Season 2. Because we're talking about Season 2. And the plot for this season is all going to be about Season 2. Then the next POI is V Tower. And between all the games, depending on what kind of game you're in, either the Vox boss, the Valentino boss, or the Velvet boss would spawn there. And then we have Downtown Hell, which would also have Vox, Valentino, or Velvet spawn there as well as bosses. And there's a 1 in a million% chance that Alistair will spawn there. Because, I'm pretty sure it was Downtown Hell where Alistair and Vox and all the Vs fought. So I'm going to have it as a 1% chance that Alistair will spawn there. The last POI, which is not really a POI, but you can call it a POI, is the floating island of heaven, where the Alistair boss will spawn. Not every game, but most games he would spawn there. But there is one thing that I still have to talk about. In every Fortnite season, ever since Chapter 5, I think it was Season 4, they started to do these mini-bosses, where you could become a certain character that was like a main part of the story. Chapter 5 Season 4 was Doctor Doom. Chapter 6 Season 1 it was Godzilla. Chapter 6 Season 2 it was I don't think there was one in Chapter 6 Season 2. No, there wasn't. In Chapter 6 mini Season 1 we had the Star Destroyer. Star Destroyer? Yeah, the Star Destroyer. And then Chapter 6 Season 3 we had Superman. In Chapter 6, Season 4, we had Megazord. That's how they've been going. And in this new season, I would love for you to be able to turn into, well, Lucifer. You can just turn into Lucifer, and you can, go around and smite people, even though he can't do that in the show. Who cares? This is Fortnite. We're not talking about the actual show here. You would go around and you would use his abilities to, kill people and stuff. So, yeah, that would be in the midway part of the season, character that you could play as, because every time these guys have come into the game that you can play as them, they've been coming in through, halfway through the season, or almost at the end of the season, with, 3 weeks left. So, yeah, that's Lucifer. Now we are going to be talking about the plot of this new season. After the events of Chapter 7, Season 1, which we still don't know what even's going to happen. I don't know. We know the villain is like a guy with a yellow cube as a head. I don't know. That's all I know about it. So after we defeat him, we are going to... Hope and Jones are going to be, celebrating, and everyone else on the island is going to be celebrating. But then, coming from the ground, they're going to hear something demonic. It's going to be a demonic laugh. And then there's going to be a huge, a laser of electricity that shoots up out of the ground, and then out of that new hole that spawned would be Shockwave, and on top of it would be Vox and the other two Vs. They would come onto the ground, they would come off Shockwave, and then Vox would be the last one to get off of Shockwave, and then he would say some weird creepy line to Hope and Jones, saying, "You have a new threat to deal with, and it's me," or something. I don't know. I'll think of it later. And that's how we would get into Chapter 7, Season 2. And that would be how the live event ends, and then there would be downtime for Season 2. Season 2, basically, the beginning of it is just us trying to stop Vox from doing any damage to the island, because we don't know his true plans yet. We just have to try to stop the Vs and Vox from doing any harm to the island. But in the background, we have Alistair. Now, Alistair, he's creeping around, and if you go to his NPC, you have to do quests that tell you to hire an NPC and bring them to him so he can make a deal with them. That's what kind of quest. Those are the story quests. And then you have to go talk to Velvet. She would be an NPC, but then once you trigger the boss fight to happen, she would turn into, a boss. So will Valentino, not Vox. There was no talking to Vox. And then there would be a Charlie NPC that you would have to talk to about that. Well, Charlie's going to be with Hope and Jones at the Hazbin Hotel. And they're going to be like, what kind of place is this? And then you have to explain with Charlie what this is. And then that's when things go downhill. After the first update, we get the pearly gates, and Lute comes in. Lute and the other exorcists come to the island, and they try to kill Valentino, Velvet, and Vox. But Vox has something up his sleeve. He has his angelic, the Might of Lilith weapon, and he kills all of them except for Lute. Lute has now had both of her legs chopped off, and her one wing is gone now because of the angelic beam. And so she goes up to heaven. She asks them to fix her body, and then she comes back down, and now she's kind of like a spy. She doesn't involve herself with any characters. She kind of just lays low and stays in the shadows. While that's all happening, Alistair's making more deals with sinners than ever before. He has so many souls now, and he's finally ready, and he finally thinks he's ready to fight Vox. So after the next update, when Vox comes out in the super bonus rewards, we have our first mini event of the season, which is Alistair versus the V's. Because Vox orders the V's to go attack Alistair. Alistair defeats Valentino and Velvet, and then goes after Vox, which is at V Tower. And then it's a draw, because, like in Season 2, Alistair makes a deal with Vox. That would happen in Season 2 of Chapter 7. And then Charlie's in the background watching this with Hope and Jones, and they're like, come on, Alistair, win, win, win. And when he loses, they're like, Alistair, don't make a deal with Vox. And then he makes the deal with Vox. And they're like, no, we're not doing this. So then they make a plan, just like they did in Season 2, to get Angel Dust back, because we're not talking about Angel Dust. He's not getting kidnapped, don't worry. I'm not having that happen to my poor boy. He's not going through that again. But they make a plan to free Alistair, but they don't know that Alistair has something up his sleeve to free himself. Instead of making the deal like he did with Charlie, saying you're not to lay your hands on Charlie Morningstar to Vox, and Vox agrees with that, he would make, well, a new deal. A worse deal. If Vox causes any harm to any sinner, Alistair, would be set free, and he would have more power than ever before. So Vox says, you know what, fine, I'm only going after heaven, so I don't care, that won't happen. Well, my friends, the live event comes up, because now we've gone a month without any updates. There is one update, but that's for new weapons, basically, at all. That update would also bring us the stage that Vox has, that he does during Vox Populi and Vox Day, but who cares? There wouldn't be any, like, mini event having the angels come down and showing his huge form. That wouldn't happen. What would happen is the live event at the end of the season. Hope and Jones and Charlie, Vaggie, Angel Dust, Baxter. We didn't talk about Baxter. He would not be at all in the thing. Cherry Bomb, which would be a skin that you can get in the item shop, and a Husk, and Emily, which would not be a skin at all. They have all devised the plan to get Alistair back and to defeat Vox once and for all. The V's, Valentino and Velvet, are defeated. They don't work with Vox anymore. They're done. They're on our side as well. They're not, like, technically on our side, though. They're, like, in the background doing their own thing, but they're not with Vox anymore. Vox is by himself. He's doing this whole charade with everything on his own now. But what happens is Vox has a meeting with all of hell, saying that we have to uprise against heaven so that we can get our revenge after what they've been doing to us for 7 years. Charlie and the rest of the gang come up. Charlie distracts Vox with Hope and Jones. Not Hope and Jones, just Hope. Jones and the rest of the team, go into Vox Tech, the entire V Tower, and disable all the cameras so that then they can prove to hell that Serpentius is in heaven. We would not get a Serpentius skin. We would get a Serpentius backbling, okay? I don't ask questions. But then it gets intercepted by the V's, saying that we quit Vox, and they kind of ruined the whole thing, because Vox didn't know that they quit. Vox thought they died. And Vox rages, and he grabs a sinner with his cable and kills them, chops their head off. And then Alistair gets set free, and then he mocks Vox for what happened, and then this is where the actual battle of the lava event happens. Vox and Alistair go at it. It's basically season 2 finale all over again. But instead of what happened then, Vox becomes a whole shark. That's right. Shockwave comes out and is brain controlled or mind controlled or something by Baxter. And Baxter's had enough of Vox's games. And he orders Shockwave to, well, eat Vox. So that happens. Alistair thinks he's won. But no. Vox has something else up his sleeve. Vox takes over Shockwave and becomes this huge, massive spider shark TV demon and almost kills Alistair in the final battle. But, the next antagonist for season 3 of chapter 7 would come in and kill Vox. Just kill him. Not even spare him a soul, just kill him. And that's how we get into chapter 7, season 3, with our new antagonist, which I can talk about in another video. You'll just have to find out. Yeah, guys, that's basically it for today's YouTube video on what I think chapter 7, season 2, Hazbin Hotel season could be like, potentially. I don't know how it would happen, but I want it to happen, because I love Hazbin Hotel. And ever since we got the Reaper Showtime emote in chapter 5, season 1, I always thought Hazbin Hotel could become in the Fortnite, but they've proved me wrong since, and I want to be proven right. So, please, leave a like on this video, leave a comment down below saying what you want me to make a video on about for Fortnite What If videos next, and subscribe. Also, another day, I don't know when, but another day, I will be posting a mini trailer video on how we would get into chapter 7, season 2. So, yeah. Hope you have a nice day, guys. Bye.